see this happen all the time. People are dumb, they don't pay attention to what they're doing. They take the rear stand off their bike, but they don't take it off all the way, and then they ride away with the fucking stand hanging from their bike. Don't be one of those guys.
Hey, what's up guys? We just finished up loading the truck. Unfortunately, I was trying to attach bungee strap to some of my tie downs so they didn't rattle. It's 5 in the morning, give me a break. So they didn't rattle around in the back of my truck, busted myself in the face and instantly started bleeding. So not the best way to start the morning, but happy because we're on the way to Chuckwalla right now to coach my buddy Matty.
I just sprayed you. This is 30-40 minutes away. It's cold, it's windy. Hopefully it's not as windy at the track. This sucks out there when it's windy. We made it. Is there a gate key?
Yeah. What's up, guys? Yeah. I dropped my bike.
Yeah, sure. Alright guys, we're out here at Chuckwalla. Riders meeting's coming up. I want to make sure I get my tires warm before we head over there so I have some time to heat up. For those of you that don't know what tire warmers are, welcome to whatever century it is. Tire warmers are basically what the name says. They get the tires hot. If I were to take the slicks out on the track without putting these on a cold day like today, they would either take a lot of laps to heat them up and then they would just cold tear because the tire isn't up to the temperature it needs to be. The tire would start tearing, or I would eat shit. So I choose to put tire warmers on. I really wish Jimmy was here. It's not fun putting on my own stuff. I miss you, Jimmy. I don't have anybody to talk about butt plugs with.
It's only been like 10 minutes and Josh is already sleeping on his bike.
Right now we're gonna take the mirrors back off because 2-0 track days doesn't require me to run the mirrors while we're coaching like Let's Ride track days does. Luckily we get these things off. Don't gotta run these. I don't have to listen to everybody hate on me for having mirrors on my bike on my Instagram. And as soon as we're done taking these off, I'm gonna get suited up and we're gonna go out and ride Matty. Oh fuck. Yosh piece is back on. Welcome to track day sayings. My buddy Kyle Wyman told me that running one mirror on the bike gives me a better package all around. So if I'm at a track that's primarily turning to the right, I'm gonna run my mirror on the right side because it gives me a little bit of extra weight on the right side, allowing it to enter the corners a little bit easier, so I don't have to do the leg dangle like the MotoGP riders. This basically just distributes the weight to that side so it's easier to turn that way. Track day tip number 1. This is number 2. This is basically a ram mount that attaches to the top of my gas cap. Normally this is used for a camera to mount on so you can get this view of the bike, which is nice. I use it for when I'm coaching. But another thing I use it for is to keep my chest off of the front of the bike. So I don't put the camera on, but I leave this mounted so that my chest isn't then allowed in the corner to be down too low. This is basically gonna block me from hanging my arm too much over the front of the bike and my chest on the tank too much. So I'll then be forced to sit up a little bit on the bike, allowing me to take the proper riding position throughout the corners. Track day tip number 2. All right guys, track day tip number 3. If you're running a stock bike and you have the stock bodywork, obviously you're gonna have the passenger seat on the bike. I like to remove the seat, giving me more room to get into a tucked position. So as everyone knows, racing is a lot about aerodynamics, going as fast as you can. Removing this, even you street guys, removing this rear seat allows me to get into the tucked position a lot more. If you watch Moto 3 or Moto 2, the guys are always lifting their ass on the seat. That allows you to get a better aerodynamic position with the windscreen. So you just place your butt on the rear seat. Obviously the seat's not there, but it gives you more room to get lower. Track day tip number 3. All right guys, track day tip number 4. Whenever you get to the track in the morning, you know, usually you get here pretty early. Riders meetings 8 o'clock, so maybe 7. There's some people that are camping, but fuck them. Nobody gives a shit about them. They may be sleeping, whatever. We're at a racetrack. So what you're gonna do, right when you get to the track, you're gonna unload your bike. Before you put your warmers on, before you do anything, we're just gonna start the bike up. And we're gonna rev the shit out of it. It's really good for the motor. It gets my heart rate going before I get on the bike. And there's probably people sleeping. We need to wake them up. Track day tip number 4.
So a little track day tip for you guys coming from a new rider. If you guys actually fill this top compartment with helium, you can open it, fill it with helium, and you'll be a lot lighter on the track, and you'll probably get some faster lap times. I guarantee it.
Here's a real tip for everyone that wears the Supertex. The booty goes on before you zip your leathers. Attach the string on your booty, wrap it around, put the Velcro, then put your leathers over the booty, zip them, then put your boot on. Everyone always trips out on me at track days when they see me doing that, because they don't know that, but that's how you do it. Just went out for the first session with Maddie, and I got black flags because I didn't have tape on my taillight, I didn't have tape on my headlight, I didn't have safety wire on my GoPro attached to my bike, and I didn't have my helmet tech sticker. So, got to do all that now. Get a load of this tape job right here. Check it out. My dad will be proud of me on that tape job. But for real, if you guys are coming to track, you should invest. Actually, I'll put the link below, but it was called Track Tape, but they changed the name of the company now. But they basically make a kit for whatever bike you have, and it goes over your headlights, just stickers, so you don't have to mess around with duct tape or gaff tape and cutting and everything. And I am not sponsored by the tape company. I just think it's a good product. Go ahead, Maddie.
And I know you're a Suzuki guy. What did you sound like?
Yeah, no problem. Hey, what's up, guys? We're here with my buddy Maddie.
Yeah.
Just wrapped up a day of coaching. For those of you that don't know who Maddie is, he's what is it called?
Audio engineer.
An audio engineer for guys like Justin Bieber, the Jonas Brothers, Britney Spears. No, I'm just kidding. Tell me who you work with.
Closest I got to your list is probably Miley Cyrus, but she was awesome anyway. So, I do a lot of hip hop music. I do like Lil Wayne, Diddy. I've done stuff for Jay-Z. Just more rap, hip hop, R&B, that sort of stuff. It's kind of what I do.
All around badass. Pretty sick. Works with Lil Wayne and Diddy, and then comes and rides bikes with us. So, brought him out for some coaching today. Normally we just do track days and stuff together. Today's his birthday, and he wanted to do some coaching, so came out Chuck Walla, did some coaching, and I thought it went really well. We worked on body position stuff, lines around here. He's going to start doing some of the CVMA races, so we worked on his lines. The very last session we went out, put some new tires on. We want to go and try and beat his time. And we did one flying lap and beat his time, even though someone held him up and blew some oil in front of him, and the session ended. So first flyer, he was over a second faster than his best time, and had a good time. Improved a bunch, and I think if we would have had a full session, maybe we got down to 55s or 54s, which would been like 2 or 3 seconds better than his best. And he riding a lot better, so you're gonna not be as tired at the end of the race. And
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel?
I mean, overall the experience was great. Main thing I learned: body position, lines, definitely lines, but staying loose on the bike and being comfortable, being able to go longer, go faster for longer, and feel more in control of the machine.
Sweet.
On top of that, just fundamental stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, lines, braking. Apexes, different stuff like that. All stuff that you kind of, until you see it from somebody else's perspective, you kind of overlook it. You kind of make your own, and you're like, no, you should really try this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it really helps. And I mean, to knock damn near a couple seconds off and I think the guy crashed in the last corner too, and we still blew a couple seconds off my lap time, so it was good.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was great day.
I think the best part out of the whole day is kind of what he touched on, just being loose. I think that's something that everybody that I've worked with and anyone I've ever helped, I've always tried to get them to do is just be loose on the bike, because the more tense you are, the more the bike is going to fight you.
Yeah.
If you work with the bike and put your body weight with the bike, lean the bike over at the same time that your body goes down, and distribute your weight in the right areas, I think that helps a lot. Not being super tight on the bike is something super important if you're racing, because the tighter you are and the more you're fighting the bike, you're going to get tired midway through the race, and the guys in front, if they're riding the right way, aren't going to get tired. And I think it also helps your tire life as well if you're not fighting the bike. Something I've learned over my career, the tighter that I rode, the worse my tires were, the worse my body was, and then I faded towards the end of the race. And that's something that I've fixed over the past couple of years. It took a lot of work, and it's cool being able to show people that and see a difference. So
Yeah.
I was pumped on the day. Hopefully you were. And
It was. I mean, how else would you want to spend your birthday? Riding motorcycles, getting trained by Josh Herrin. I mean, come on. It was a great day.
it wasn't super windy.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
And you
at all.
weren't that guy.
Yeah. That's the guy that fucked up my flyer. He fucked up my flying lap.
Bleep, bleep. All right.
My
Happy
brother.
birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
See you guys.